All right, children, the time now is 5:30. The time now is 5:30. Let's begin lesson. All right. So I think that some of your classmates are still coming in. All right. So let them come in. Okay. So uh, before I fully start the lesson, all right. Today is on algebra also. All right. Before I fully start the lesson, I would like to do a little bit of the last week Kahoot. So last week Kahoot, we did something like that, right? These few questions. These are easy, super easy. All right. But there is 4 questions which are actually difficult. All right, there are 4 questions which is actually difficult. All right, so can you all please try question number 7 again? Can you all please try question number 7 again? Because this question comes out in the Kahoot. All right, this is not easy. It's not easy. All right. Are we going to have Kahoot later? Yes, if we have time. All right, I think we can. We can try. All right, but can we just focus on question 7 first? All right, find the area of the shaded triangle. All right, this was from last week, worksheet 1 Kahoot. Okay, Aiden says it's 6 cm squared. The rest? Can you please try? Aiden, how do you get 6 cm squared so fast? Wow. Sixteen plus 8. 18 plus question mark. Okay, interesting. The rest can try. Give it a shot. All right. Hello, Kane. Yep. Hello, Annie. Right. So we are doing a little bit of the last week we did a Kahoot, right? Remember? All right. So there are 4 questions that I thought is a little bit challenging. All right. So just want to go through these few questions. Can you please take a look at number 7? All right. We'll go through it in maybe another 2 more minutes. All right. Just take a look at it. We have some students say that the answer is 6. Maybe you can try. Here we go through at 5:34. 5:34. Okay, just give it a try. Right. Shavi also give the answer 6. Okay. So the time now is 5:34. Let's go through. Okay. All right. So just to let you know, right? Yes, Aiden's answer is correct. All right. Aiden came up with the answer first. All right. So must credit him. So down here, answer is actually 6 cm squared. You're right. Okay, but some of you right don't know the trick to it. Right. So remember I told you before, long time ago, I told you before, certain tricks, right? If you are able to see certain tricks to it, right, you will be able to do things faster, you know. Right. So remember one of the tricks I told you about rectangle, I don't know. I think I did show a lot of students in primary 5. Right. For example, this rectangle, can you see on top? top left. Right. So for example, right, your starting point is over here. You go up, right? You come down. You go up. You come down back to this end down here. Can you see? Right. And if you shade this portion here, okay, do you know that? This is actually half? So area shaded is actually equal to half of the entire rectangle. Do you know that? All right, it's actually half of the entire rectangle. Okay, so this is something which I taught in primary 5. This is something which how to say, is like a trick whereby your teacher assume you to know one. All right. So for example, right, they say that maybe the length down here is 10 cm and the width down here, let's say 8 cm. Okay. So what is the area of the shader? Oh, the area of the shader is simply what? You take 10 times 8 divide by 2 because it's half. What? You understand? All right. So there is some tricks to this. When you see a shape like this, right, the starting point and to the ending point, all right, you must be able to know that it is actually half of it. Okay. But how about this one? Okay. For this one, right, there is also a trick, and just now Aiden actually gave the trick already. All right. However, if the thing is, sometimes if you see it the first time, right, you don't know what to do. Sure, I don't know how to do this. Is like my first time looking at this. I don't know the trick. Yes. Are you still able to do? Yes, you are still able to do, but it's a longer step. Okay, let's take a look at this red triangle over here. All right, let's take a look at this red triangle over here. All right. That's the reason why you need to come for a lesson to learn certain tricks in order to do things faster. Let's take a look at this red triangle over here. Are you ready? So this is a red triangle. Okay. And the area is what? The area is 8 cm squared. I I try to write. I try to form it into a rectangle. Why? Later I tell you why. All right. I try to form it into a rectangle. All right. So down here, can you see not? If I form it into a rectangle like that, can you see? Can you see? All right. So this one is something like this one. All right. So the shaded, right, the 8 is actually half of the entire rectangle. Can you see not? Which means that these two together is also another 8. Is that okay? All right. Which means that the area of the entire rectangle, right? The area of this whole thing, area of the rectangle, the whole thing, rectangle, not triangle, is equal to 8 plus 8, which is equal to 16 cm squared. Okay, what I need to do, I need to actually find out what is the width down here. Look, children, I need to find out what is the width down here. And I need to find out what is the length down here. Right, that's my objective. I need to find out the dimension. And please remember this width down here, right, must be the same as this width down here. All right, the ticks, can you see that? Because it's part of a bigger rectangle. And this double tick length down here must be the same as the length on top, the double tick. Okay, that is the property of a rectangle. So I cannot do anything much with a triangle, you see. So I purposely form into a rectangle. Why? Because a rectangle, right, area of rectangle is 16, which means that I can play around. Okay, how do I get 16? Okay, I can have things like 1 times 16. I can have things like 2 times 8. Hey, sure, isn't this like primary 4 factors? Yes, you are right. Please remember that in primary 6, everything is tested one, including primary 2, primary 3, primary 4, primary 5 things. Or it can be even 4 times 4. Can you see or not? These are actually ways of getting a 16. All right. So I need to try to put the numbers where? I need to try to put a number here. And also here. All right. Down here. This is actually the height of the triangle, right? Down here. All right. Which is here, which is here on top. Here. You can see it down here. Okay. And this green line is actually representing this portion here. All right. So it can be 4 times 4. All right. It can be 8 times 2. I don't know. Then now I need to take a look at the other side, this other purple triangle. So if you want to do this method, right, yeah, sure, very long, you know. Yeah, I know. All right, so this is another triangle. Can you see that? Just bear with me, children. Just bear with me. All right, this is another triangle. All right, the area is 16 cm squared. Again, I try to form it to become a what? a rectangle again. Right? And I need to try to balance up all the numbers. Okay, so now what is the area of this entire rectangle? Area of the rectangle. Can you see or not? Right, it's the same pattern, right? So 16 times 2 is 32. So the whole thing is 32 cm squared. So once again, I need to find out what is the what? I need to find out what is the dimension. What is this? And what is over here? So I need to guess and check a little bit. Things like 1 times 32, 2 times 16, 3 cannot, 4 times 8, all right? Or maybe 4 times 8, 5, 6, don't have already, all right? So I have to try to make an intelligent guess and do a comparison. Can you see that on both sides down here? Down here, there's an 8 down here, can you see not? And down here, there's an 8 down here. Something suspicious, you know. Something suspicious, right? Because they are the same, all right? You can see that there's a 4 here, there's a 4 here also can, all right? There's a 2 here, there's a 2 here also, all right? You can see that there's a 1 and there's a 1 over here, all right? So for this, right, this can be the answers. This can be part of the dimension, all right? So I think that 8 is a little bit suspicious, right? Let me just try it with an 8 first because I need to guess and check, right? So maybe I put my 8 where? Maybe I put my 8 down here. All right, if down here is 8 cm, down here must also be 8 cm. Okay? Then in order for me to get the area of triangle as 8 cm squared on the right, what can this portion be? All right, this portion has to be a 2 cm, because 8 times 2, right? So down here must be 2 cm. All right. Hey, don't believe, right? Don't believe. Let's try. All right, area of triangle is half times base times height. Half times 8 times 2. What do you get? Is equal to 8 cm squared. Can you see that? It's still back to 8 cm squared. So it's correct. You're not doing anything wrong. All right, you're not doing anything wrong. And down here, right, if down here is 8, what is down here? All right, I'm using 8. That means down here is 4 cm. All right, let's see whether can or not. Half times base times height, half times 8 times 4 is equal to 60 cm squared. Correct. All right, correct. So maybe it works. Maybe it works. But if down here is 8 and 8, right? Down here, if it's 8 and 8, down here, 8 and 8, what happened? Right? Can you see the entire width down here? From left to right down here? All right, it's actually 4 plus 2, 6 cm. Is this 6 cm? Can this be 6 cm? Bottom. I need to check. Let's try. All right, so bottom is another bottom triangle. Like that. And this triangle is 18 cm squared. Can? If I form it to become a rectangle again, right? Because triangle is hard to do, I need to form it to become rectangle to help myself. So the area of this rectangle will be equal to what? 18 plus 18, which is equal to 36 cm squared. All right. If your camera is not working, it's okay. Don't worry. All right. Let's focus down here. You can see me can already. All right. For today. So the area of this rectangle is 36 cm squared. 36 can be what? 1 times 36, 2 times 18, 3 times 12. 3 times 12, right? Yep. 4 times 9. It can be 6 times 6 also. Oh, there's a 6 down here. All right, so maybe this one can be 6, and down here can also be 6, right? Possible? If down here is 6, down here is 8, which means that this white color portion down here will be 2. Can you still follow? All right. And area of this blue color part will be equal to, you can see the answers already. Area will be equal to half times base times height. Half times base, which is 6, times height, which is 2. Isn't it back to 6 cm squared? Bam. Wow, sure. So many thousand steps. All right. And this involves things like guess and check and all this. Hello, Ming Yi. All right. So all these are difficult if you're going to do it without any, any tricks. All right. You can do it manually, like what I'm doing. All right. You can do it slowly, one side, then do the other side, then do the bottom side. Make sure everything is balanced. All right. Do some guess and check. Okay. Or you can use